Her appearance could have been a hindrance, but her character and intellect proved to be far more important. A high forehead, a large nose, a yellowish skin tone, and a disproportionate figure. Yet she was one of the most sought-after brides of her time. Wealth works wonders, but Anna Gould was not just the heiress of a vast fortune. She was a woman who knew how to change the rules of the game. Anna was born on June 5, 1875, into the family of Jay Gould, a railroad tycoon despised by both ordinary Americans and fellow millionaires. Gould was considered Jewish, though he came from an old Protestant family. Anna's childhood was strict, but her father devoted much attention to his children. He disliked high society, preferred solitude, and never sought elite recognition. Gould amassed his fortune in the railroad industry, but his methods bred resentment. He was a brilliant strategist, yet made many enemies among businessmen and politicians. By the time of his death, the family's fortune was around $80 million, equivalent to approximately $2.24 billion today. Anna inherited not only part of this wealth, but also the legacy of a man who reshaped America's economy. Anna's father was known for his modesty in daily life. Despite his enormous fortune, he preferred simple clothing and avoided ostentatious luxury. His home lacked lavish interiors, and he spent his evenings reading books rather than attending social events. Despite her immense wealth, Anna could not marry whomever she pleased. The family's trust fund required that her marriage be approved by her elder brother George. However, at just 18, Anna found a way to bypass this guardianship. She formally became engaged to Oliver Harriman, heir to a major fortune, and traveled to Paris under the pretense of preparing her wedding dowry. In reality, this journey became her ticket to a new life. In Paris, Anna entered high society, where she met Count Boniface de Castellane at a reception organized by her acquaintances. The Castellane family was ancient but impoverished, and Boniface quickly realized that Anna Gould was his golden opportunity. Her looks mattered little to him. What was important was her wealth. They married in 1895, and Anna immediately became a focus of Parisian aristocracy. Her money allowed Boniface to lead an extravagant lifestyle, purchase castles, and host lavish receptions. The most famous acquisition was Palais Rose, a palace styled after Versailles. Interesting fact, Boniface believed that his surname and title made him exceptional even among aristocrats. He was convinced that his family's poverty was merely a temporary setback that could be remedied by a good marriage. But behind the glittering facade was contempt. Boniface mocked his wife, engaged in numerous affairs, and squandered her fortune. He openly admitted that he had married Anna for her money and saw her only as a financial sponsor. Anna endured his infidelities but eventually realized she could no longer stay in the marriage. In 1906, one evening, Boniface returned home to darkness. Anna had disappeared, taking the children, disconnecting the electricity, and severing all ties with him. At the foot of the staircase, a priest awaited him and quietly said, "She will not return." At that moment, Boniface realized he had lost not only his wife but also access to her fortune. At first, he did not take the situation seriously, assuming he could win her back with charm and apologies. However, within a few days, it became clear that Anna had meticulously planned her departure. She had secured control over all her accounts, and her properties were legally protected from any claims by her husband. The divorce was a brutal battle. Boniface tried to fight, but Anna was smarter. She gathered evidence of his infidelities and won the case, leaving her ex-husband penniless. Boniface lost not only his wealth, but also his reputation. Soon he was drowning in debt and was forced to sell nearly all his assets. Interesting fact. During the court proceedings, it was revealed that Boniface had spent over $10 million, approximately $297 million in today's value, on frivolous entertainments and purchasing artwork, most of which soon fell into the hands of creditors. Anna remarried Countess de Talleyrand-Périgord. This union proved much more successful, despite the tragic loss of their son. Unlike her first husband, Ellie respected Anna, supported her interests, and encouraged her endeavors. He was a man of refined taste, with a deep understanding of politics and the arts, which resonated with Anna. Their life together was filled with travel, intellectual discussions, and a peaceful harmony that had been absent from her first marriage. Together, they actively engaged in philanthropy and the arts, contributing to the restoration of historical monuments and funding educational projects. After World War II, Anna returned to the United States, where she devoted herself to charitable and cultural initiatives. She transformed the family estate of Lyndhurst into a museum, aiming to preserve the memory of her family and its contributions to history. Anna actively supported artistic endeavors, financed the restoration of historical buildings, and sponsored young talents. Her efforts helped many museums and cultural institutions continue their work in the post-war years. She left behind a legacy that was not only tied to her wealth, but also to her commitment to cultural and social development. Anna passed away in 1961, staying true to herself. Her appearance was never her greatest asset, but her strength of character and ability to navigate any situation made her a legend. She proved that even in a world where women were often seen as mere adornments, one could play by their own rules. Her contributions to cultural heritage, restored castles, and museums continue to remind us of her extraordinary life. Interesting fact, despite spending significant sums on philanthropy, Anna was also an astute investor. Her personal fortune not only remained intact but even grew after her divorce from Boniface, allowing her to maintain financial independence until the end of her life. Thank you for being with us. Subscribe to the channel and support us with a like. It inspires our team to create even more fascinating stories. See you soon in the next episodes.